Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Vanessa's podcast. It's been a while. It's been almost 20 days since my last podcast, unfortunately. But it's good to give a little pause in between so I can come back with better stuff and more material and be more refreshed. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing great and enjoying the Thanksgiving week and ready to enter into this holiday season. So much has been going on for me and for the company and for all the clients and we serve and all the partners. I feel like everybody's been really engaged, even more now than before. And we receive more reviews, so go check out the YouTube channel. Sweet little kids from Africa that have participated in some of the contests and our poetry group and got to use some of her service, her writing service. There's also a review there you can see. You can listen to my other interviews. There's all type of interviews. There's interviews about relationship, family, healing, health coach, take care of yourself, your body, your mind, about meditation, about mindfulness, about business, about promoting your book and your authentic voice out there. There's a lot of different topics, so you really can just speak, you can just click, go where you want to hear and see if it's bringing some value to you, and maybe you can use that and in your daily work task or life task and improve something today, and then keep on going and keep on climbing the ladder so you can have a better vision of what you want to build in your future and why you're on earth and why you doing the things that you do, and what is it going to accomplish for you and for the people around you and people you care, basically. So that's for that. Beside that, I want to thank all the new subscribers we have on YouTube and all the followers also on this podcast. Thank you for being a loyal follower. Thank you so much. And please always go and listen to other podcasts because there's really good people out there with good stuff. So if you're on my Facebook and you see that I often post new podcasts of my interest, they're usually really, really good and you're always going to learn something from it. So lately I've been into the business theme, so I'm more into that, but it changes. So you can always ask me if you need help in business management, if you need help to promote your books, if you need help because you want to start a podcast yourself, let me know. You can take part of my Monday night class. It's only $20. Ask me. We'll meet on Skype, one-on-one or group. Either way, it's 30 minutes long and it's only $20, so it's accessible, so everybody can take advantage of it. So it will give you guidance to get started and to learn how to build yourself a platform, basically, and a funnel and a hub connection, so your social media can, increase by the number and the quantities. So. And of course, bring more quality also, because you want quality leads and quality connection. So, I just love to help other people. So you just comment, reach out to me. If you just want to be interviewed, you let me know. So today the theme is going to be talking about human perception and the mask that we wear. So I heard this topic in so many other places. People always talk about perceptions in different forms. In psychology and neuroscience, they have different ways of explaining things through textbooks and scientific data and facts, and then there's people who have a way of describing their own perception, and there's people who think that they actually have all the answer on what perception actually means. It really I can really, if you do not address this topic and actually do your own research, I would say that you can get kind of lost and confused out there, because there's the idea from every single corner, and they usually start from some source, but then it just can have that ripple effect of being distorted. So things can be said differently and heard differently, and then just reconstruct, just like some Bible and some Sanskrit out there. So anyway, why is it important to talk about this? I think perception is a huge subject, I think, because everything you see, you feel, you hear, is all in your head. It's all in you just brain chemical, perception, basically. And where does that come from? It comes from the information that your brain stores from your whole life, from the place that you grew up, from the family that you had, from the teacher that you encountered and had, the good friends that you had, from the experience, from the traveling experience, all the traumas, all this stuff. So when you perceive something, you always go and dig into the store data, the unconscious store data of all those things, and are here available to you. So depending on how strong the vibration is in those things, the perception can be changed to you liking, so to your consciousness liking, but to your subconscious control, subconsciousness control, basically. So a lot of time if you don't have years and years of self-development on yourself already, you don't have the tools to change the perception or to be aware of a certain idea of perception that can be twisted, deranged, displaced, manipulated, confused, and not real. You're not allowed to see without the tools, without the awareness. So that's why we always talk about mindfulness and learning about being aware. Being aware is not being aware of seeing what's around you right now, of sensing things. Being aware is being aware of your thoughts and what's going on and why are they coming up to you. So you're able to stop. When the thought comes in, if you're able to stop until you decide to act on it, or to start thinking about something else, or not holding on the thoughts or letting it go. Sometimes too many thoughts comes at once. You can't hold one, just let the other one go. Just try to just keep on moving and just erase everything all at once. So if you can do that, that's the mental awareness process. So remember, it's not about just analyzing, about just being present, about just sensing everything, feeling, using your intuition. All of those things are usually current and comment. Comments. That's what I mean. Those are things that, like most people that past the age of 25, acquire over the years of wisdom and experience. So as you're growing, human brain just built up, these capacities. So those things are different. These things are deeper than that. So to be able to stop those thoughts, mental awareness and have a bit of guidance on it, you have to take a few seconds and you have to learn to practice mindfulness. And once you master to practice mindfulness, you will have a better chance to analyze a few visions than you had during the perceived moments, the perceived visions than you had, or illusions than you may have. So it's important to do that, so we can change the perception. We can enlarge the brain pathways this way. We can grow more brain neurons, and we can get rid of the old bad pathways and stuff. So the whole idea is so you can have a comprehension of learning to grow your compassionate hearts, and being able to perceive the world as other people. The more you can perceive the vision of the world as other people, the more you can understand your own behavior or your own perception. And the more you can do that, the more you can correct. If you can correct the flaws, and so when you can correct the flaws, you can understand what works and what doesn't work for you. So let's say you see something, but the immediate response is anger, or the immediate response is jealousy, or the immediate response is completely distorted, and it brings you either a feeling of fear, or joy, or anger, or distress, something, and you just can't put your finger on it. And a lot of time, people don't have even a clue of what it could be. They're just stir the thoughts process in their mind, and just keep trying to figure things out, but just don't know why. And that happens to everybody. You just have no idea why sometimes you feel the way you feel, or you see things the way you see things, perceive things the way you perceive them. So it brings you that feeling. So once you are able to control some of those feelings and try to capture the source, you're gonna have a better understanding. So most of the time, people perceive things differently. In one single room, we're seeing things completely differently. We might see the same lamp, we might see the same chair, we might see the same table, but we might perceive them in the whole room, and the whole atmosphere in the brain might be a complete different experience. So the experience is perceived very, very differently from one human to another human. So if a situation occurs at the same time, two different humans are not going to perceive the same situation as they occur. So if one human has a lot of issues unresolved in their brain, they're going to jump to conclusion to whatever feeling or uneasy feeling is telling them. They're going to act on it. If the other human being doesn't have as much a lack of control and has okay feeling, will be able to control themselves, either jumping on being angry, or jumping on yelling, or just acting on something, because some people just can't, without the awareness, they don't have a control, so they're not able to control the state of mind. The feeling is too large for them to be able to slow it down. So the number one thing is to be able to understand that everything that we feel, we are in control of. So when we feel something during a perception of something, we are allowing that feeling to take place. is the thoughts in our mind and allow this feeling.